Hey guys, EDDBUD here, and it's time for some of that running news. Story 1 today surrounds a new Nike trail shoe. So Nike, via the Sneakers app, are set to release a brand new mountain and trail shoe. The ACG Mountain Fly GORE-TEX is set to release later on this month. This one actually features a full-length carbon plate. I believe that this is the same one that was found in the 4% Flyknit. Nike suggests it's to supply a little bit of stiffness to the midsole and also to act a bit like a bodyguard, providing some protection from those malicious stones. We've all had a few encounters with those, right? This one actually releases next week here in the UK via the Sneakers app for an eye-watering 189 Earth credits. That's going to really punish the old pocketbook, that one. Gore-Tex adorns the upper to keep out that moisture and rain that is often associated with running round trails. Although so much of the footage you see out there of people running on trails, it's nice and dry. It's never like that here. Just like a bog, basically. That's what there is here at the moment. Around the trail where I run, it's just like a bog. And there's an ankle cuff around the back of the shoe to stave off some of that debris. A bit like the effect cheap and nasty cologne has when people wear it in a nightclub. No laces here, just a toggle system, and it's covered in a neoprene sheath. Took me a lot of times to say that without laughing. Chevrons, we got them in spades. And there's also more rubber over the top of the toe as well to protect the old toenails, I suppose. It does look like quite a hefty shoe though, this one. I imagine the weight's right up there. A lot of Nike's trail offerings actually this year have been a little bit on the heavy side. It does make you wonder why they don't look at Salomon or someone and see why their shoes are just so well received by runners. The Mountain Fly comes in two colourways. One is a khaki Brad Hall style colour, and then you've got a dark grey variation as well. Not sure I'm going to be picking that one up. Story 2. Staying with Nike and more ridiculous innovative designs, Virgil Abloh has taken the highly contentious Tempo Next and put his own mark on them. He's come up with some absolutely bonkers off-white silhouettes off the Tempo Next. I mean, it was quite an interesting looking shoe anyway, but he's really gone to town with it. There's about 3 colourways planned. One of them's very bright, very loud, and it features a weird spiked outsole as well. The spikes, I believe, are relatively soft. I think they're similar to the ones that were used on a Terra Kaiga 5 style off-white design from last year, and they just wear down after a few outings. Quite a few of the attributes are actually the same as the standard version of the shoe. 3 colourways that you can consider here if it's something that you want to get. There's a relatively sane sail colourway, purple and pink, and also the green and black colourway. DIY seems to be the idea here, with paint splattered Nike swooshes on either side. The tongue seems to be extended too. It's much higher up the foot than the standard version, and it seems partly deconstructed. The toe box is odd too, where it seems like there's some holes cut out of it, similar to that version of the Jordan 5 that was released. What do you make of this strange Tempo Next release? I imagine these are going to go for stupendous money on the resale websites. Not entirely sure it's something that runners might pick up. More for sneakerheads probably, where running shoes meet urban fashion, and a kids painting set as well. If you're enjoying this running news video, please hit the subscribe button and click the bell below for notifications when we launch the new videos. It also really helps the channel out too if you give this a thumbs up like. Story 3. Sustainable shoe company Allbirds have released a new version of their Tree Dasher shoe, but this time it has a water repellent upper. This one's called the Wool Dasher Mizzle, just a bizarre name. As per the Tree Dasher that I reviewed earlier this year, it has wool sections to the shoe, and it was very breathable actually. I found this shoe to be one of the most breathable shoes of the year, but that upper's been treated with a water repellent finish, so a winterised version. A sustainable approach here to shoe design and manufacture, with a merino wool upper and of course that sugarcane based midsole. A spoonful of sugar, it seems, helps the miles go down. Allbirds do suggest that their shoes are aimed at short to middle distance stuff, not for long runs or harder efforts perhaps. I think with the added bonus of having a winterised upper here, it could really appeal to a wide range of casual runners. They've also incorporated a reflective logo in the heel to aid making runners in dark conditions a little bit more visual. These clock in at $135 Earth credits. and there appear to be 3 colourways. One of them, I believe, is a exclusive colourway just to the Allbirds app. I think that's the Comet version. The others are called Meteorite and Nova. I knew a dog called Nova once. Really nice dog. Big, grey dog. Very gentle. If you're keen to support that sustainable clothing movement, then this could be one to investigate. Story 4. We all enjoyed the Ineos challenge back in October of 2019. My good buddy Kev Burton was over there taking some pictures and taking in the atmosphere, and what a great day it was. Seems such a long time ago now, doesn't it? I was really pleased to see that a documentary film is in the works of that event. I think it's going to be directed by Jake Scott, who's quite a famous film director. The title is
Kipchoge, The Last Milestone.
I believe it's now in post-production, so it's not too far away. Aside from the running footage itself from the event, it's going to feature loads of additional stuff from preparation through to interviews of people within the camp when Kipchoge was actually training for the event, and it looks set to be a really intimate record of the build-up to that event. Could be a great insight into the preparations, like a fly on the wall type thing. Hopefully we'll get some stuff from the aftermath of the event as well. Kipchoge's thoughts on how it all went. I'm really looking forward to the fact there could be some awesome new race footage within this film. I did read that there are 16 cinematographers placed around the course, so that could mean some really superb shoe shots that we've never seen before. And of course we get to see some of those brilliant athletes. And that great guy that had the moustache. He was my favourite. There were a field full of Next percents that day, I do remember. And of course, Kipchoge wore what is now the Kenyan version of the Alpha Fly. I'm just glad to have these. But conditions have meant I haven't been able to use them yet. One run in these in the current conditions and they'll just be trashed. Maybe the film could give us a little bit of insight into some of the preparations that Kipchoge goes through, some of the training runs as well. That'd be really cool to see. How does he get his mind set for an event or race such as this? You know he's got the power of the mind. Bit like Uri Geller maybe. This one's set to release in 2021. So there's a reason to look forward to 2020 being over. That's all the running news for today, guys. If you've got any comments on any of the stories, please post them below. Rather than a musical recommendation, it's another Christmas film. Because, why not? I think Mrs. EDDBUD and I might put the Christmas stuff up tomorrow. You have something to look forward to, haven't you, at the moment? We're in lockdown over here in the UK. Maybe it's sending me a little crazy. One of my absolute favourites is the Frank Capra film, It's a Wonderful Life. I think we've all kind of felt like some of the characters in that film, where there's stuff that we're dreaming about doing that we really want to do, and sometimes we get sidetracked and life happens and we perhaps just don't end up doing it. And I think it is a bit of a commentary about mental health too. It's got an amazing atmosphere, this film, in black and white. It's just such a warm feeling atmosphere. The bits in the snow are great though. It takes you from one extreme to the other. Such a heartening story, and yet you can really feel the despair that one of the characters has a bit later in the film. And I challenge anyone not to get upset with the final scenes. You must have a heart of ice not to shed a tear at the end of that one. I was really lucky. I got to watch this in the cinema a few years ago. They brought it back and it was great being in the cinema, wrapped up warm, watching the film. It really did fill you with Christmas spirit. So yeah, go and watch that one. It's a Wonderful Life. Thanks for watching through to the very end today, guys. I really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and click the bell below so you get notifications of when the new videos launch. I was looking at the analytics and there's not actually too many people that have clicked that bell, so make sure you do, and then you'll get some notifications of when I launch these weird videos. It really helps the channel out too if you give this video a thumbs up, like, and share it with your running buddies. My name's EDDBUD, and I'll be seeing you